Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to read an article named Beyond the Melting Ice, Arctic Coats Face a New Crisis. First, I'll read the article sentence by sentence and explain difficult words and phrases. Then, I'll read the article from the beginning to the end. Beyond the melting ice, Arctic coats face a new crisis. Rapid warming in the Arctic is transforming coastal ecosystems with significant, often overlooked impacts on both nature and local communities. Scientists emphasize the need to fill knowledge gaps to support adaptation to these changes. Here, transforming means changing in form, appearance, or structure, often in a significant or dramatic way. Here is an example. The city is transforming rapidly due to technological advancements. Ecosystems. It is a noun, the plural form of ecosystem, which means a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. You can say coral reefs are one of the most diverse marine ecosystems in the world. Overlooked means failed to be noticed or considered. Here is an example. The role of women in the industry is often overlooked. Adaptation is a noun, which means the process of changing to suit new conditions or environments. You can say the animal's adaptation to the cold environment is remarkable. The Arctic is warming 3 to 4 times faster than the global average, leading to melting sea ice, retreating glaciers, and thawing permafrost. But what happens when these changes intersect? This is the current reality for Arctic coastal ecosystems, and according to new research published in Limnology and Oceanography Letters, these profound transformations have been largely overlooked. Thawing means the process of ice or snow becoming liquid due to warming temperatures. So, when ice turns to water or when snow turns to water, you can say they are thawing. Here is an example. The thawing of the river ice marked the beginning of spring. Permafrost is a noun, which means the ground that remains completely frozen for at least 2 consecutive years. Buildings in Arctic regions are built on permafrost. Intersect is a verb, means to cross or overlap, especially in terms of different factors or conditions. you can say the roads intersect near the park. And reality means the state of things as they actually exist, rather than as they may appear or be imagined. Here is an example. The reality of the situation is far worse than we thought. Profound is an adjective which means very great or intense, often referring to changes or impacts. The discovery had a profound effect on scientific research. As climate change rapidly transforms Arctic marine systems, the dramatic image of a polar bear struggling on a melting ice floe has become symbolic of the region's environmental crisis. Here, marine means related to the sea or ocean. For example, you can say, marine life is severely affected by pollution. Floe, as you can see from this picture, is a piece of ice floating on water. You can say the explorers had to navigate through an ice floe. Symbolic means representing something else, especially an idea or concept. The dove is symbolic of peace. But scientists argue that coastal Arctic ecosystems are undergoing a complementary set of changes to those in the open ocean. Here, complementary means serving to complete or enhance something else. The two medicines have complementary effects. These changes are intensified by the interaction of land-based and marine transformations, driving significant impacts on both the environment and local communities. Intensified means made more intense, stronger, or more severe. Here is an example. The heat wave intensified in the afternoon. Interaction is a noun. A reciprocal action of influence between two or more things. You can say the interaction between predator and prey is crucial to the ecosystem. Transformations is the plural form of the noun transformation, which means significant changes in form, appearance, or structure. Here is an example. The Industrial Revolution led to major transformations in society. An increasing number of ecosystem drivers along the Arctic coast are having broader implications for both ecological and human systems, the researchers observed. The consequences of these changes are greater than what can be quantified in the open Arctic Ocean alone, says Michael Sahe, professor at the Institute of Ecoscience at Aarhus University. I don't know how to read the name of the professor and the name of the university. Maybe you know. If you know, please tell me. Implications means possible consequences or effects of an action or decision. Here is an example. The new policy has significant implications for small businesses. Consequences is the plural form of consequence, which means outcomes or effects often negative of a particular event or action. You can say the consequences of deforestation are severe for the environment. With these changes come critical knowledge gaps. Filling these gaps is essential to ensuring that the socio-ecological systems along Arctic coasts can adapt and remain sustainable in the face of ongoing climate shifts. Socio-ecological means relating to the interaction between society and ecosystems. You can say socio-ecological systems are vital for sustainable resource management. Sustainable is an adjective which means capable of being maintained or continued over the long term without depleting resources. Here is an example. Renewable energy is key to a sustainable future. Now we will read the article from the beginning to the end. Beyond the melting ice, Arctic coasts face a new crisis. Rapid warming in the Arctic is transforming coastal ecosystems with a significant, often overlooked impact on both nature and local communities. Scientists emphasize the need to fill knowledge gaps to support adaptation to these changes. The Arctic is warming 3 to 4 times faster than the global average, leading to melting sea ice, retreating glaciers, and thawing permafrost. But what happens when these changes intersect? This is the current reality for Arctic coastal ecosystems, and according to new research published in Limnology and Oceanography letters, these profound transformations have been largely overlooked. As climate change rapidly transforms Arctic marine systems, the dramatic image of a polar bear struggling on a melting ice floe has become symbolic of the region's environmental crisis. But scientists argue that coastal Arctic ecosystems are undergoing a complementary set of changes to those in the open ocean. These changes are intensified by the interaction of land-based and marine transformations, driving significant impacts on both the environment and the local communities. An increasing number of ecosystem drivers along the Arctic coasts are having broader implications for both ecological and human systems, the researchers observed. The consequences of these changes are greater than what can be quantified in the open Arctic Ocean alone, says Michael Sergier, professor at the Institute of Ecoscience at Harvard University. With these changes come critical knowledge gaps. Filling these gaps is essential to ensuring that the socio-ecological systems along Arctic coasts can adapt and remain sustainable in the face of ongoing climate shifts. Okay, that's the end of this episode. Thank you for watching.
Sky English